Hello students. Now in today's class we are going to continue with the ninth chapter, and our today's topic is sex determination. That how can we determine the sex of a child, or whether it is a boy or a girl. So sex determination is a process by which sex of a child is determined. So inside the fertilized egg or zygote is the instruction for determining the sex of the baby. Inside the fertilized egg or zygote, you might be knowing that before the delivery of the child, how do the doctors are able to recognize the sex of a child? It is because of these, that when the fertilized egg or zygote, inside that there is the instruction for determining the sex of the baby. This instruction is present in the thread like structure called chromosomes in the fertilized egg. Inside the zygote, these instructions are present, which we call them as chromosomes. They are thread like structures. So, and these chromosomes are present inside the nucleus of every cell. This is the most important thing that you have to remember, that chromosomes are thread-like structures and they are present in the nucleus of every cell. Now, all human beings So, all human beings have 23 pairs of chromosomes in the nuclei of their cells. All the human beings, they have 23 pairs of chromosomes. Two chromosomes out of these are the sex chromosomes. Now, out of these 23 pairs, two of them are the sex chromosomes. We name them as X and Y, as you can see here. X and Y. So two of them are sex chromosome, and a female has two X chromosome while a male has one X and one Y chromosome. Female has two X chromosome and a male has one X and one Y chromosome. So, the gametes, egg and sperm, have only one set of chromosomes. So, these gametes, that is egg and sperm, that is the female gamete and the male gamete, have only one set of chromosome. The unfertilized egg always has one X chromosome. The egg which is unfertilized, which is not fertilized, they have already one X chromosome. It is present in them. But sperms are of two kinds, right? The sperms they are of two kinds, X and Y. So one kind has an X chromosome and the other kind has a Y chromosome. One X chromosome is always present in the unfertilized egg. But so we will be knowing that if female fuses, that time it will be so. Now it depends upon the male, that which chromosome will it produce, X or Y. So always remember, the sex of the child is always dependent on the male. When a sperm containing X chromosome fertilizes the egg, that means the zygote would have two X chromosome, right? And it will develop into a female child. That is, when the sperm having X chromosome fuses with the child. These are the X and Y. So when the sperm having X chromosome fuses with the child, fuses with the egg, it would have two X chromosomes present, right? Because one X chromosome of the female is already present in the unfertilized egg. Now it depends on the male whether it will produce X chromosome or Y chromosome, right? So if one X chromosome fertilizes the egg, if the sperm containing X chromosome fertilizes with the egg, then it would have two X chromosome and develop into a female child. Now, if a sperm contributes a Y chromosome to the egg, At fertilization, then the zygote would develop into a male child. I hope you are clear. If a sperm containing X chromosome fuses with the egg, it will produce a girl child or female child. If a sperm containing Y chromosome fuses with the egg, it would produce a male child. This whole process occurs during the process of fertilization. Okay, so now you know that sex chromosomes of the father determine the sex of an unborn baby. The sex chromosome of the father determines the sex of an unknown baby, and the beliefs that the mother is responsible for the sex of her baby is completely wrong. Only and only the father is responsible for the sex of her or his baby and to blame her for this is totally unjustified, right? So there is 50% chances of boy or girl, and sex of a child is determined by father, as father produce different type of gametes, mother produce only one type of chromosomes, father are producing different types of chromosomes. As I told you that only and only father is responsible for the determination of the sex of an unknown baby. Now I hope you are clear with the topic sex determination. So now we will move further. Now we are going to study about the types of animals based on how they produce offsprings. There are two types of animals, viviparous and oviparous. They are classified based on how they are producing the offsprings. So based on this, they are classified into two, viviparous and oviparous. Now you might have learned that some animals give birth to young ones, while some animals lays eggs which later on develop into the young ones, right? So simple thing, the animals which give birth to young ones are called as viviparous, and the animals which lay eggs are called as oviparous. Okay, so here let's study first about viviparous. So, as I told you, they are those organisms that give birth to young ones. Example, mammals like cow, horse, dog, etc. As you can see in the figure also, we the humans are also viviparous. So they are those organisms that give birth to young ones. Oviparous are those animals that lay eggs which hatch into offspring. So as you can see a hen over here, it lays eggs, and these eggs then after development they hatch into offspring. Example, birds, snakes, frogs, hen, etc. Okay, so with this today we cleared two topics of the chapter sex determination, sex determination was the topic of chapter number 10, but we have studied in chapter number 9 for the so that you can easily learn the topic of fertilization. And second thing, we studied about the types of animals based on how they produce the offspring, that is viviparous and oviparous. I hope you are clear with both the concepts. In next class we will further move in this chapter. Thank you and have a great